Welcome to The Bounce. This is the first ever episode, and I'll be one of your hosts, Bryce Leray.
And I'm your other host, Mariah Mancuso. Of course, we wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for all the members of Rider University Network. We are so excited to bring this entertainment show to you.
We do have a jam-packed show for you tonight. Later today, we are going to be having special guest and winner of this year's R Factor, Will Dusenberry.
It's spooky season. 1077 The Bronx premier fall event returns to spread terror and amusement across campus. On Friday, October 21st, Scream Screen is back, live and in person, to spread fun and fright in the BLC faculty staff parking lot.
We interviewed John Moses and Ashley Anabosi to get the latest scoop.
Scream Screen is a gigantic drive-in movie trunk-or-treat experience that we began all the way back in October 2016. It is the only drive-in movie or trunk-or-treat on a college campus in America. There's trunk-or-treat stations, there's inflatables, there's games. We have Thai Cha Chuck is back, so we've got some Asian food. We have new this year, Yo Cuz. They're gonna serve cheesesteaks and fries. Bronx Bites trucks can do taco cones this year. We also have Di Lorenzo's with pizza. We have Monster Energy drinks out there this year. We're also going to have cider donuts and apple cider. So there's really something for everyone. We've also got Mechanical Pumpkin this year that students can ride. And my favorite event this year, Giant Pong. Giant Pong is like, those big gray kind of industrial trash cans. They're painted red on the outside, white on the inside, and then you play pong with them. We were hoping 100, 200 people would show up. We never realized that really from day one, well over 1,000 people would attend year after year.
I think our generation is like in our nostalgia era. Last year it was Halloween Town.
It's mostly been horror movies until last year. And then I think the pandemic kind of made people, like Ashley said, want to be a little bit more nostalgic and maybe feel a little bit like a kid again instead of being scared. Normally the screen is at the end of the BLC faculty staff park lot. This year we're flipping it around and putting it in the middle, so cars will actually enter from the exit to that lot. And then the new admissions lot is going to be used for the food trucks, the trunk-or-treat stations. The Mechanical Pumpkin is going to be by the gates for the BLC faculty staff lot. The mini golf will remain in the middle. So it's going to be a little bit different this year. We're going to try something different for a different flow of traffic.
Looking to get the tea from the entertainment world? Well, you're in luck with our entertainment buzz.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Jake Serrano here on The Bounce with Entertainment Buzz. Let's get right to it. Late night talk show host Trevor Noah announced that he would be departing from The Daily Show after 7 years of hosting the show. Noah states that he loved hosting the show. It's been one of his favorite joys. Although it is not clear when the final show will take place, sources close to Hollywood reporters say that the late night series will continue on Comedy Central despite rumors that it would move to Paramount Plus after Noah departs. TV personality Nick Cannon recently announced the birth of his 10th baby with Brittany Bell just weeks after he announced the birth of Onyx Ice Cole Cannon. Awesome name, just truly. Cannon notes that because of the way he works, he's able to spend every day with his children. Cannon added Bell's labor being probably the most difficult, calling it 48 hours of excruciating pain. He later thanked Bell for bringing him his fellow little Libra, stating his love for Bell and their family. Internet personality Emma Chamberlain just featured her new home on the Open Door series on Architectural Digest. Fans on Twitter went wild after watching the house tour, commenting on its wholesome style and comforting nostalgia. People became quickly obsessed with Chamberlain's aesthetically pleasing kitchen. It's safe to say that Chamberlain has set yet another Gen Z trend. I wish my kitchen looked just as nice as hers, but I guess it will never happen. We'll see. Just in time for Halloween, Disney Plus released Hocus Pocus 2. The highly anticipated sequel scored a 64% freshest rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Boston.com called the film an entertaining, lively experience that captures the campy fun of the original. The story follows two Salem teenagers, Becca and Izzy, who bring back the Sinister Sisters back to life during their annual Halloween night ritual. The girls have to stop the Sinister Sisters from kidnapping the town's mayor and casting a spell that would make them all-powerful. Streaming now on Disney Plus, audiences can experience the Disney Halloween thrill almost 30 years later. That's going to do it for Entertainment Buzz here on The Bounce. I'm Jake Serrano. We'll catch you here next time.
Rider SGA recently opened up the Zen Den, a new space for student relaxation in the BLC. Our very own Andrew Coates caught up with SGA President Andrew Bernstein and Haley Ash to find out more.
If you would like to check out the Zen Den, head over to the first floor of the BLC.
Come one, come all to feel your inner zen. Riders SGA just unveiled the BLC's newest lounge for relaxation, the Zen Den. SGA President Andrew Bernstein and graduate student Haley Ash explained how the project came together.
So we picked this project up from the last chair of health and safety, and it was inspired by a presentation given by the Student Accessibility Office, and a speaker came in and talked about having inclusive spaces on campus for students with disabilities. So it kind of started this ideas of just we want to have a sensory room for students on campus, for students with autism and other varied needs to be more inclusive. But then we met with students on campus and with different officers and departments, and they said we want this room to be fully inclusive. We didn't just want a separate thing, so that became the Zen Den.
So the project took, in the grand scheme of things, a couple of years to plan and think of. I think COVID pushed us back a little bit, but we introduced the project probably about the fall of last year, and then that's when we really got to start planning stuff. And then the spring is when we finalized everything that we wanted and had our vision ready. And then the summer was when the facilities team actually came in, took everything out of the room, and redid everything, and it looked the way it is right now.
They were also kind enough to give the Bounce an exclusive tour of the peaceful space.
We have our hexagon tile walls that change colors. They have the little remote on them as well. And then right here in the middle of the room is a nice seating area, a couple seats, and a table with some bubbles as well. In the back we have two beanbag chairs, two hanging egg chairs, and then two little alcoves right here. One's a seat over there, and then this one right here is where we have some information from counseling services and some aromatherapy as well as the chair that's in there. And then back here, the last thing is the tiered seats.
And that's it for the Zen Den. I'm Andrew Coates, and I'm bouncing it back to the studio.
It's now time to determine what new movies, songs, and technology advancements are worth your time or not with our new segment, Hit or Miss.
Welcome everyone to the first episode of Hit
or Miss, the show where we review pop culture so you don't have to. For our first topic today, we have the movie Don't Worry Darling, which came out last week, and it's a psychological thriller about a woman trying to escape from her utopian society, starring Florence Pugh and Harry Styles in the leading roles.
Well, I can't say that I really hated the movie. There were definitely good parts about the movie. It's just, it felt way too drawn out. The exposition, the very beginning felt so long. There was barely any conflict in it. It was just montage and shot after shot, and I just felt like it didn't really pick up till the middle, and that's not really until I got very interested in it.
I'm gonna have to agree with Jayla on this. I think that the exposition was way too long. It felt like clip after clip after clip, and we didn't really get to the conflict until later in the movie.
Okay, but was it a hit or a miss?
It was a miss.
It was a miss.
It was a hit.
No.
I
I just disagree, but okay.
Okay.
Well, the second topic is Joshua Bassett's new EP, Sad Songs in a Hotel Room. The album was full of charming and easy to listen to folk, rock, and pop songs. I think the instrumentals combined with Joshua's soft voice is what really did the song justice. The emotions and the themes he sang about were perfectly shown through his musicality. Themes of love, loss, regret, and hope. Well, any thoughts, guys?
I definitely agree with Jayla. I feel like there was a lot of authenticity in his music, and we really felt his emotions, and it was a great step in his career.
I totally agree with both of you. I think that his album, his EP rather, was really full of sadness and self-reflection, which was perfect for the title of it being Sad Songs from a Hotel. And if this is what we have to expect from Joshua Bassett in the future, then we really have a star on the rise.
Well, was it a hit or a miss?
It was a hit.
It was definitely a hit.
It was really a hit.
Yeah.
Next, we'll be talking about the new iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 has an array of impressive features, including, but not limited to, a new main camera with improvements in lighting, motion freezing, and image stabilization. The camera also includes a new action mode that allows for smooth-looking pictures for videos with a lot of movement. But camera improvements are not all that the iPhone has to offer. The dynamic island utilizes the black space on the top of the iPhone screen to keep track of ongoing actions on your phone.
Personally, it's a miss for me. I feel like there's so many cool features, but is it really worth it for the price when a lot of other iPhones can still do most of the same things, and there's a lot of other smartphones out there that are just as good?
No, that's exactly how I feel. Like, I love the new features, especially one with the vehicles and tracking, but like that price, it's just not worth it. You can get the older iPhones, and you can be completely fine.
I don't know, guys, I disagree. I think that if you especially have an older model, 3 years or older, upgrading to the iPhone 14 really might be worth its price.
I think it was a miss.
It was a miss.
Yeah, it was a miss.
No, it was a miss. It was a hit. It was a hit. It was a hit. It was a hit.
All right.
Okay.
Well, that is all with your favorite segment of the week, hit
or
miss.
We'll see you all next time.
And we bounce it back to you at the desk.
Each year, students get the amazing opportunity to showcase their singing talents in front of hundreds of enthusiastic students and 4 accomplished judges in one of the university's most treasured traditions, R Factor.
We here at The Bounce got the chance to sit down with the R Factor judge and creator, Nick Barbati, to ask him about the legacy of R Factor.
Obviously, R Factor is a beloved and treasured tradition by writer students. What inspired you to create R Factor?
Well, so it actually came up quite a few years ago, over 11 years ago at this point. And, we were trying to create new programming that would make Rider different from every other school in the campus. Literally, that was the charge that was presented to me. So I remember that night, I went and got a haircut, and on the TV there that was in the barber shop, they were playing a advert for the TV show X Factor coming to America. And they were talking all about the differences between X Factor and American Idol and other talent shows. And there was this component about mentoring that I latched onto. And I said, my gosh, we have to bring this on Rider's campus. And they would show those great clips that we all see on YouTube of, the really emotional auditions and the high production value. And I just thought, wow, this would be incredible to raise our students' confidence level by performing in front of this kind of, presentation. And so that's really the nexus that started the R Factor.
Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty.
You can't script a really special moment, which I think is the really cool part of the show. So when you're in the audition phase, sometimes you have students come out there who you've never heard sing, but you've seen a million times on campus, and suddenly you're like blown away by their original song that they have out there. So there were a couple of those moments. To me, though, this year was different, and what really made this year special was we had talents who'd come out in the past, namely Will Dusenberry and Christine Ruggieri, who had auditioned in their younger iterations of their time at Rider, and now came up as much more seasoned professionals. And to see them grow, I mean, I literally have chills right now thinking about it, because when you think of that finale, the final showdown between the two of them, it was epic. I mean, truly of epic proportions. And to watch them blossom, to me, was the greatest moment of all. The R Factor is not the best singer. That would just be an easy competition, right, in theory, to put on. The R Factor is the person that is of Elvis Presley status, the Madonna status, the Michael Jackson status. These performers who sure have beautiful voices, but have incredible talent to back it up and really take them from being a strong performer to being a megastar. Over the years, we've also had non-singers actually win the competition. So we had a rapper one year who I think is one of the greatest winners that we've ever had. But it's that look in someone's eye when they have the hunger to really bring art forward and connect to an audience. And there's some years where you have many people with that R factor, and so it's not all about winning the competition. It really is about finding stars to connect with our students. So it's that intangible characteristic that really is hard to define, even here.
Now we have special guest and winner of this year's R Factor, Will Dusenberry. Thanks for coming in today, Will.
Thank you. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
Good.
Well, what got you into the R Factor?
Well, I've always liked singing, and I'm a film major, so I don't really have an outlet at school to do that. So I heard about the R Factor last year, and I've done it every time I can since.
And why a film major and not a music major?
That's a good question. I was conflicted in high school, when I was applying for colleges, whether to major in the thing that I've done my whole life, which is music, versus something that I was recently getting into, which is film. Because I took film classes junior and senior year of high school and loved it. And I just thought that it might be a better career path for me, because I'm not a very public person, so I think that it would be hard for me to do music my whole life. Yeah.
Did you ever think about putting the two together?
Yeah, I have. I've always liked it's kind of a niche thing, but making trailers for movies and stuff. Finding a song or recording a song for a trailer for a movie that's coming out. I used to do that even before I was doing or even before I was in film classes in school.
Would you say that helps you with your stage fright, or I guess getting over
being
in front of people?
I did Oliver Twist when I was in first grade or something, and I just remember being incredibly nervous for all the shows, and then as I started doing it more, it just kind of became a natural thing. But every time I get super nervous right before I go on.
So right before you were about to win, obviously you didn't know you were about to win. What were you thinking? What's going through your brain?
I was thinking, I don't know. I guess my mom was there, so I was just kind of looking at her. She was videotaping, so I just was just kind of watching her, seeing what she was doing, and I guess I wasn't thinking about a whole lot. I was just kind of, wondering what was gonna happen next, I guess.
So what is next for you?
Next, graduate, I guess, in 2 years, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know what's next. Maybe I'll go back and do if they have me back, do some people that have won before have come back and do it again for the next one. But we'll see if they ask.
And you're a sophomore, so you still have time.
Yeah, I have a lot of time. Maybe I'll do some I'll try to audition for some musicals or something like that.
That's cool. Well, everybody, that was Will Dusenberry. Now he's going to sing for us Goodbye Carolina, his audition song.
I dream of a day when I hold you in my arms again, read you all the letters I wrote but never sent, give you all the pieces of me, put them back together again. Life has a way of writing a story for you. Hero doesn't always get his girl. What if we could change the ending to the novel they've been writing? Leave no resolution. So goodbye, Carolina. Searched my whole life to find you. I hate to leave you, but I hope you know where I'm going, I'll be seeing you. So hold my hand as I'm leaving. Oh, my pain would be enough reason. See you on the other side of the blue red sky. Now I'm going, hate to tell you goodbye. Say it takes a selfish man to leave out on his own hometown without saying why he's going. You can come and take the rest of me early in the morning. Tell me your goodbye. When I'm going, I won't have these reminders of what I lost and what was taken away from me. And I hope you'll understand, I was a broken man in my own hometown. Need to find my own peace. So goodbye, Carolina. Searched my whole life to find you. I hate to leave you, but I hope you know where I'm going, I'll be seeing you. So hold my hand as I'm leaving. Oh, my pain would be enough reason. See you on the other side of the blue red sky. Now I'm going, hate to tell you goodbye.